Detroit Lions had a massive win yesterday, and in this video, we're going to talk about players who I thought did well and who did not do so well. So winners and losers. Obviously, a ton of winners on today's video. If you're not subscribed to Lions Nation Unite, go ahead and subscribe right meow. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. That's what the goal is here. You get a fan perspective. You get different perspectives from all the other content creators on here. And obviously, former player in Herman Moore, who has been in consideration for the Hall of Fame. So make sure you tell everybody on your social media to get Herman Moore into the Hall of Fame. Let's get into this video, folks, and talk about winners and losers. We'll just kind of go winner and then loser. Winner on my list, Brian Branch is the biggest winner to me on this list. Brian Branch was absolutely amazing. 11 solo tackles. He had two pass defense, 3 tackles for loss. He was a stud on the field. He was dominant. He was playing left to right. He was sideline to sideline. He was playing multiple positions, and he absolutely was a force to be reckoned with, and that's one of the reasons that the Lions defense played so well is the rookie, Brian Branch, the biggest steal of the draft at this point. Right now, he should be consideration of Defensive Rookie of the Year at this point. He's just such a dominant player. He could be considered right now maybe the best player on defense. That's how good he has been playing, and he played phenomenal in this game, taking down one of the best running backs in the NFL, and Bijan Robinson like it's nothing, knocking the passes down and getting to the quarterback. He's a weapon. He is a weapon, and Aaron Glenn's going to continue to use this guy over the field, and what an amazing player that we have on defense who just makes plays after plays. He doesn't even look like a rookie. He looks like he's a veteran out there, and it's so needed for the injuries that we've had. And to make this team take that big leap as, the premier of the NFC North, the team that's, taken over the NFC North. You need to have players like that in the draft, and he just continues to do it. So in the comment section, let me know, who is your biggest winner for the Detroit Lions? Mine's Brian Branch. Let's go ahead and go to a loser here, and that's the injury bug. Just absolutely ridiculous for the right tackle position. Matt Nelson, the backup right tackle, goes down with an injury. Dan Skipper goes down with an injury, the backup of the backup. And then Colby Sorsdale gets in there, the 4th-string right tackle who's been predominantly playing guard, and then went back to Dan Skipper. The Lions and the injuries just continue to mount. I don't think it's serious, though, for the backups of Matt Nelson and Skipper. I don't think it's that's significant. And it looks like Taylor Decker is probably coming back maybe this week, and so that will really help with the injury bug. You get Taylor Decker back at left tackle. Penalties goes back to right tackle. But man, oh man, hopefully these injuries can slow down because we need the Lions to stay healthy. But again, we talk about depth, the importance of depth for a team, because you're going to have injuries throughout the year, every team, and the Lions did overcome it. And it's good to see. But let's slow down with this injury bug. Let's start to get healthy out there for our beloved Detroit Lions. We need it for sure. So that is definitely a loser on my list. A winner on my list here, I'm going to have to go with a player who you don't get a lot of love all the time, but that's Kalif Raymond. I love seeing him out there. And look, he's not the most dynamic player by any means, but he's a good complementary player. 4 for 55 yards. He could have had a touchdown that was overthrown by Jared Goff, but he continues to be solid for the Detroit Lions, and he continues to be a really good depth wide receiver. We talked about who is going to be breaking out. Well, Josh Reynolds has been breaking out in this game. It was Kalif Raymond. He gets open. He just does his thing. He just does. And you got to show him some love. Another winner on my list is Sam Laporta, massive winner, tight end. Holy smoke. Sam Laporta had 8 receptions for 84 yards. The play-action bomb touchdown, wide open. Sam Laporta is a baller. He looks like a veteran out there. Another great draft pick by Brad Holmes. Man, what a weapon he has become. what a weapon Sam Laporta is. And he's already looking like the best tight end we've drafted in, the last 20 years? I mean, he's that good of a player. Everybody was worried when we traded TJ Hutchinson. No need to worry. You got Sam Laporta, who is $40 million cheaper than TJ Hutchinson, and in my opinion, is playing better right now. He's great with yak. He's great soft hands. He's a good blocker. And he just catches everything, and he's a bully. Like, it's not easy to take him down. He continues to fight for those extra yards. God, that's such a Dan Campbell type of player. Such a Dan Campbell type of guy. So good to see the Lions draft picks come out here and get the job done. It's just good. It's good to see that you draft a player and they develop and they grow. So again, in the comments, who is your biggest winner from this game? Let's go ahead and jump to another winner. And I'm going to go with the defensive line of the Detroit Lions as a whole. Stopping the run. My God, Bijan Robinson, 10 for 33. They only had, as a whole, in the rush game, 44 yards. Atlanta was one of the best rushing teams in the NFL come to this game. Top 3. Lions completely stopped the run game. Annihilated. They had no ability to run. And if you can stop the run like Detroit has been doing now in 3 weeks, you can win any game. If your defense can stop the run like that, you can win any game. It's going to give you a chance, an opportunity every single game. Shout out to Aaron Glenn, who's also a winner on my list. Being aggressive, playing to stop the run, but going after the quarterback with the blitzes, forcing Atlanta Falcons to pass it, which wasn't going to happen because they stopped that run. Absolutely amazing. You know, look, Aaron Glenn's getting heat after the Seattle game, as he should, but he gets praise after this game, as he should. Continue to play like this, and the Detroit Lions will be a playoff contender. And you have an opportunity to show it again Thursday night against the Packers at their house, Lambeau Field. Lions win that game. We're 3-1, first in the NFC North, and the Lions looking really pretty. Really, really pretty. I thought that Jerry Jacobs was somewhat of a loser on my list here. Now, he didn't get beat a ton. He did get beat a little bit, but it's the penalties that he had. He had a couple penalties in there. And, you know, I like Jerry Jacobs as a person, but he's got to get better. You got to be able to turn your head. Stop with these, pass interference calls. Some, you could say, like, is it really a pass interference? But he's got to play better. And he knows this. I'm not going to harp on it too much because he did pretty good in the tackles and he did decent coverage, played better than he did last week, where it was probably his worst game ever. But he needs to do better. He definitely needs to perform better. And that goes with another loser on my list is penalties for the offensive line. I think we had 4 offensive line penalties in this game. The offensive line's got to do better and be more disciplined. Now, look, it's a lot of backups in there, and that's going to happen. But at the same time, we got to play better in discipline. Okay, if you want to be a fundamentally sound team, we got to stop with the penalties. And I think when Taylor Decker comes back and Big V comes back, I think the penalties will slow down. I think it is a product of having the injuries. But, a good team gets it done. A winner on my list, Aidan Hutchinson, 2 sacks, fumble, and fumble recovery. Aidan Hutchinson was getting heat, and guess what? He comes out and produces. Just like you'd think he would do. And that spin move was ridiculous for one of the sacks that he got. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check that highlight out. It's on Twitter. I think you can even see on Pride Detroit, but I watched it live, and I said, one hell of a spin move that he had right there. So Aidan Hutchinson deserves a lot of credit in this game. And same with the defense, getting 7 sacks as a whole. Major winner on my list. Absolute major is this defense. My goodness. Loser on my list, Jason Kabinda. One carry, 0 yards. Look, I don't really see the value of having him at this point. But, you know, when you get one opportunity and 0 yards, and that was that big third down conversion, you know, again, you're going to get put on this list here. Another winner on my list is Amon-Ra St. Brown, clearly a winner for the Detroit Lions. He just continues to be a solid player. And, you know, 9 receptions, 102 yards, and he was juking people. St. Brown is so good, man. He's just so good. His jukes, his ability to get open, he's physical. He is such a damn good player, and he's always a winner because all he does is produce week after week. How can you not put Amon-Ra St. Brown as a winner? The guy gets it done. He just gets it done. Love it. Love St. Brown. Jahmyr Gibbs, Craig Reynolds, and Zonovan Knight as a whole all are winners. Jahmyr Gibbs, 17 for 80, 4.7. Average, Craig Reynolds, 4 for 5, 3.8. Zonovan Knight, 3 for 13, 4.3. The Lions' run game was getting it done. I'm going to give these guys winners on the list. And Jared Goff, he ran and got a touchdown on that amazing play that no one expected. And that's what's good about Ben Johnson here, as he does it. So the coaching staff's all a winner, from Dan Campbell, from Aaron Glenn to Ben Johnson, against a really good defense. They're all winners on my list for this football team. So let me know, folks, who's the winners on your list. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest Lions news and rumors. With that said, folks,